You don't want to drop a couple $1,000s on a massage chair only to realize it doesn't actually reach the spots that ache after a long day. I get it, you've seen the ads, you've heard the promises, but you still wonder if this Osaki Vibe 4D is the one that won't gather dust in the corner. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Most chairs either feel like they're massaging the air behind you or they're so aggressive they leave you sore the next morning. The Vibe 4D tries to split that difference with a robotic 4D system that moves in all directions, not just up and down. That's the headline feature, but what matters is whether it actually hits the lower back and the calves without you having to contort yourself into a pretzel. The automatic body scan is supposed to map your spine and tailor the rollers, which sounds great until you realize how many chairs claim that and then just run the same preset on everyone. In real life, the scan does take a few seconds, and it's not perfect. Tall people sometimes have to nudge the rollers manually, but it's a step above the one-size-fits-none models. The deep calf kneading is where this chair separates itself from the budget tier. Instead of just squeezing your calves with static airbags, the footrest actually moves up and down while the rollers work the back of your legs. If you've ever left a spa feeling amazing only to wake up the next day with tight calves again, this is the feature that might actually replace one recovery session a week. I've seen cheaper chairs with air compression that feels like a blood pressure cuff, but the moving calf rest here gives you that kneading motion you'd pay a therapist to do. Space is the silent killer of massage chair dreams. You measure your living room, order the chair, and then realize it blocks the hallway when it reclines. The Vibe's SL Track technology is supposed to fold up tighter than older models, and in practice it does save a few inches. It's not magic. You still need about 6 feet of clearance behind the chair when it's fully reclined, but it's enough that you can tuck it against a wall without blocking the entire room. If your space is already tight, measure first. This one isn't wall hugger narrow, but it's not the biggest footprint either. The zero gravity position is more than a gimmick. When the chair tilts, your legs rise above your heart, which takes pressure off the spine. That's not unique to Osaki, but the way the 4D rollers continue to work in zero gravity is where it earns its keep. You're not just lying there, the rollers still chase the tension up and down your back. If you have chronic back pain or spend hours at a desk, this is the setting that actually makes the chair feel therapeutic instead of just relaxing. Noise is the deal breaker most people don't think about until they're trying to watch a movie at midnight. The Vibe isn't silent. You'll hear the motors hum when the rollers shift positions and the air cells inflate, but it's quieter than the last generation of Osaki chairs I tested. The hum is low enough that it doesn't drown out dialogue, and the air pumps shut off after the initial inflation, so it's not a constant white noise machine. If you're a light sleeper or you want to use it while the kids are napping, it's acceptable, but don't expect library-level silence. The controls are straightforward once you get past the initial learning curve. There's a remote with preset buttons for zero gravity, full body scan, and calf kneading, plus a manual mode where you can adjust intensity and track length. The biggest frustration is that the remote doesn't store your favorite custom programs. Every time you turn the chair on, you have to dial it back in. If you're the type who likes to fine-tune the pressure on your lower back, that's a minor annoyance that adds up over time. Who should buy this chair? If you sit for long hours, travel frequently, or deal with chronic lower back tension, the combination of 4D rollers, automatic body scan, and moving calf kneading makes this a worthwhile investment. It's not a miracle cure, but it's the closest thing to a portable physical therapy session you can get at home. If you're mostly after a quick shoulder rub after work and your main issue is stress, a cheaper 3D model with air compression might be enough. Who should skip it? If you're under 6 feet tall, the body scan might not map your spine accurately, and you'll end up adjusting the rollers manually more often. If your living room is already cramped and you can't spare 6 feet of clearance, the footprint is still too large. And if you're hoping this replaces every spa visit, keep in mind it's still a machine it can't replicate the heat of.